What is going on, everybody? A Delicious Mango here, back again with another YouTube video. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. I hope you guys had a great holiday. I feel like I haven't been really talking to you guys as much over here on YouTube because I haven't been doing a whole lot of YouTube videos. I spent the last 2 weeks celebrating Christmas with my family and my mother's side of the family. Got to see some aunts and uncles. Got to see my sister and brother-in-law and my 2 twin nieces. Well, I guess two twin nieces is kind of redundant, isn't it? But you guys know what I'm saying. If you guys hang out with us in the Twitch chats, by the way, link to the Twitch in the top of the description if you want to come watch us get all these gameplays live. Of course, twins are the life of the party, and 21-month-old twins are even better. I mean, anything that they could do, whether it was talking to people, playing with the dog, playing with new toys they got, it was so much fun to watch, and I had a blast. I hope you guys had a great holiday, great Christmas too, whatever you guys celebrate. I hope you got to see your family. I hope you got to enjoy the time spent together, and I hope it was refreshing. I hope it got you recharged for a new 2021. It's going to be the best year yet. I'm telling you right now. We may have gone down last year, but it's going all the way up to the top this year. I've got a good feeling about it. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to making more YouTube videos with you guys because I know I started Mirage Mondays about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and then I took 2 Mondays just completely off, and part of that was because I had to build the new gaming PC, and I was very excited about that. I didn't have a lot of my footage, and then last week I just decided, we'll take a break, we'll pick it back up this week. So we're finally back, episode 2 of Mirage Mondays, only 2 weeks late. I hope you guys don't mind too much. But most importantly about Mirage Mondays, this time, I'm doing a commentary. You can't tell, I'm still talking 1 minute and 40 seconds into this video. Because Mirage is getting, I don't want to say a buff, because, I mean, a lot of people are calling it a buff because it is going to make his kit better, but it's really a bug fix. Because Mirage's decoys are now getting footstep audio back into the game. So when you throw out a Mirage Tactical or you throw out a Mirage Ultimate, and all of his decoys come out, you are now going to hear footsteps. You are, your teammates are, the enemies are, everyone is going to hear footsteps for Mirage decoys. And that's a big deal. If you're an OG in this game, you remember back in Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, before the Mirage rework, before he got his the Dummies Big Day Dance Party Ultimate, you remember back in the Grand Soiree days, we actually tested this Mirage kit before it actually happened. Mirage decoys they had footstep audio, and as soon as we got the new reworked Mirage, they decided, well, the footstep audio, there's a bug with it, it's not really working that well, so we'll just take all footsteps off of decoys until we can figure out a bug fix. And as you guys have seen in the Fight Night patch note event, the Fight Night patch notes for this collection event is coming out Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on where you live in the world, Mirage decoys are getting their footsteps back, and it comes back as a bug fix, because as I said, originally they were always supposed to have these, but in the end it ends up being a buff, because he hasn't had footsteps on his decoys for a long time. So this is a Mirage buff, which is nice to see, because Mirage boy, he needs some buffs, let's be honest. He is a character that is always going to receive buffs. I don't think Mirage will ever receive a nerf, because his kit relies entirely on how smart the Apex Legends player base is. And let me explain what I mean by that. So at first, Mirage's decoys, they just went straight forward. You couldn't control them. They just ran forward. They couldn't sprint. Couldn't do anything interesting. And his ultimate just shot out some decoys that stood still, and you turned invisible for a while. And right when the game came out, in the first month or two, everyone kind of had to respect the decoys because they didn't really know. It's a new game. There's never really been a game where you threw out holograms before. So you kind of had to respect it. You had to shoot it, and then maybe you shot the decoy that was just running at you because you didn't know any better back in the day. And the Mirage player snuck up on you with his invisibility ultimate, and he got the best. He got the win. He killed you in that fight. Well, after a while, everyone started to figure that Mirage meta out, and hence the Mirage rework. That's why now with Mirage's new rework, which I love, you can control his tactical decoy. You can make it sprint, you can make it crouch walk, you can make it slide, jump, do whatever you want. You can just send it straight forward like the old days and not control it at all. You can control it for a while, uncontrol it, or I guess get rid of your controls, run around, and then pick up control of it again. So his tactical got a huge buff. And then the ultimate, as you guys know, in the Grand Soiree event with the Dummies Big Day, we had that Dummy Dance Party Ultimate where a bunch of dummies came out and did whatever you did. And of course, that ended up being the Mirage Ultimate rework that we know and love today. I think it's an improvement on the invisibility. Some people still think that the invisibility was better because Mirage did go just about completely invisible. And it was pretty useful, but I still think that this current iteration of the Mirage Ultimate is better than the previous one. But people are starting to figure this out now as well. So I'm very interested to see what kind of buffs Mirage is going to get in the future because the player base keeps getting smarter, so his bamboozles, his tech has to keep getting better. I think footstep audio is going to help him. I'm not sure how much. It's certainly going to help him defensively, because one way, if you're fighting a Mirage and he uses his ultimate to run away, one way to find out which one is him is just follow the footsteps, because none of the decoys used to make footsteps. Now they do. So defensively, I think this is going to help him a lot. Offensively, I'm not sure how much. I think maybe the next step for Mirage decoys is giving the decoys themselves maybe some muzzle flare. So like if you're shooting your gun while your decoys shoot a gun as well, I say shoot in air quotes because obviously they're not actually going to shoot any projectiles, deal any damage. But it might be useful to see, some muzzle flash on the end, because then opponents would really have to start taking those decoys seriously, because they're seeing it shoot. I mean, they got to defend themselves. It might result in more bamboozles, but again, that's just my hopes. That's my dreams for Mirage. I want him to be a ranked viable character. I'm not sure he is yet. His passive is good, going invisible for revives and invisible for respawns, but there are other characters that just offer a lot more in the passive department, especially Lifeline and Gibraltar when it comes to fast rezzing. So I don't think that passive is anything super exciting. But I think Mirage is trending in the right direction. I think he always will be. He's going to keep getting buffs. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I'm interested to hear what you think. Those Mirage mains, tell me how you're feeling about this buff, this bug fix, whatever you want to call it. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you got all the way to the end. Guys, I appreciate you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Later, everybody.